G'day guys, where we are today is at Mount Hope. On the other side of Mount Hope to where we've done other videos, over here is Suicide Rock. I've come out here this morning to see what sort of light we get with the sunrise. The sunrise is out behind Mount Hope, but it hits off Suicide Rock here pretty well, and the light in the morning is bloody sensational. What I wanted to have a look at here for was actually behind the camera. There's a couple of little dugouts that someone's dug, some dams for animals, I guess it is. So what I want to do tonight is see if we can capture a reflection of the Milky Way in that water. Can we do it? You bet we can. Let's give it a go. So the idea with this shot is to work out the way that we plan this sort of thing. If we've got a good reflection, and we do here, we need to work out where the Milky Way will be at what time of night. Now I do know, because I live here and I shoot this thing all the time, the Milky Way will rise up behind here, and through the night it will turn, and by the time it sets over there, it'll be horizontal. So that's the time that I want to shoot this Milky Way. I want it to be horizontal, so that when we take a photo with the reflection of the water here, it'll have the horizontal Milky Way rather than the vertical one. We'll get a lot more of it in the reflection. So I'll be setting up over here, shooting this way. If you're not familiar with where the Milky Way will be at different times of the night, I'll put a link up the top here and you can see there how to plan those Milky Way photos. All right, now I guess it's just time to wait until it gets dark tonight, and we'll have some fun. Alright guys, obviously it's dark now, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. You better bloody appreciate it because it's freaking freezing right now. We are at that little body of water, little lake, little dam, whatever you want to call it. And the Milky Way is setting out there behind us. So the dam is right there. I'll just shine a torch out there, you'll be able to see it in the photo there. There's the water just there with the little reeds coming up amongst it. I've got the phone sitting there on a tripod, nice and low. So remember, we want to get those lenses nice and close to the water so we can get as much reflection as we can. So because we're really burning the time right now, the Milky Way will almost be set. So remember, we wanted to come here while the Milky Way was horizontal across the sky, not vertical. So if it's horizontal, we're going to get a bit more of the stars in the shot. All right. So when I get to a spot, I don't know, it's one of these things that it just happens that we're in the middle of just absolutely nowhere, and you're the only person around for a long, long way. There's something really kind of surreal about it, you know. We're really lucky here that we've got such clear skies most of the time, and sometimes it's just nice to sit out here and just look at it. It's pretty spectacular. We're that lucky that you won't see it with the camera here, but with the naked eye, I can actually see the Milky Way coming through here on the horizon. We're really lucky. All right, let's get into this. All right, let's talk briefly about this setup here. So the tripod, it doesn't need to be a tripod just like this one. This is my regular landscape photography tripod. I've had it for years and years. It's a Manfrotto tripod. Now, what you do want is a tripod regardless. You need something to hold it still. Because the phone is just so light, it doesn't really matter the quality of tripod that you have in this. Tripods are built to hold weight, and the phone doesn't weigh much at all. So you want a tripod, you want a ball head. This is the ball head here, and what the ball head is, it lets you move the phone around any way that you want to hold it. And you also want a phone holder on top of that ball head. There's all sorts of different phone holders, it doesn't really matter which one. I'll just turn the screen recording on here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I've set the phone up so it's as low to the ground as I can, The reeds and stuff are out there in the front. The Milky Way is setting just out there. So I go into the camera mode, hit the night mode, the yellow button up the top there. Down the bottom here, we've got the option there to increase the time. We'll go all the way to 30 seconds and we'll hit go. It's counting down, we'll let it go. All right, looks like the photo's done there. Might get down and have a bit of a look at this. Yeah, it's worked really well. So you can see the Milky Way galactic core is coming across the top there. Here's the ridge line just over here, and here's the water in front of us with the stars reflected. You know what? I'm going to say that's a pretty bloody good photo. So I kind of figure while we're here, although the Milky Way is sitting over here, not all of you guys have access to see that sort of spectacular star light show. So up behind us here is Mount Hope and Suicide Rock. I can see it silhouetting there. I'm going to take a photo this way. There's plenty of stars out here. Sort of demonstrate when there's a lack of the Milky Way, if you like, how much of the star in the night sky can be picked up with the iPhone. So I'll just throw it up on the tripod here. Going to set that. So what I'm hoping to do here is get the silhouette of the mountain. It may work, it may not. I've got a lot of light coming on here from the torch for the video, but we'll see. Let it go for 30 seconds. I think it's going to try and pick up my car, but we'll see. You've got to try these things. After all, the film on a digital phone, it's free. So look, while we're waiting to take that, don't forget, every week I do 2 videos, all about astrophotography on a mobile phone, low light photography on a mobile phone, and lots of editing tricks and tips in amongst all that. So if you're into that sort of thing, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you every week. Let's see how that looks. Well, there's plenty of stars up there, but I'll tell you what, it's picked up my car. It's a big white car sitting against a really dark background. Of course it's going to pick it up. But look, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn that torch off. This is one of my favourite sort of photos to take with Milky Way sort of photography. You can do 2 sorts. From my point of view, you can do 2 sorts. You can do a photo where you light the subject, and I'll link a video to it at the top here, and you can do other photos where you're silhouetting against the night sky. Because the stars are so bright and where we are is so dark, you can quite often get silhouetted photos. And this one here will be one of those. Yeah, that worked pretty well. There you can see there all the stars up above the ridge line there. That didn't work too bad at all. So that's taking photos of the stars in a puddle. But if we want to talk more about, say, reflection sort of photos, have a look at this video. It's all about reflection photos. And if you want to know more about taking star photos, have a look at this one down here. And I'll see you guys next week.